the village to the capital, the journey wasn't paved in gold. Born with little but a dream, and a mother brave and bold. Raised by uncles, guided by hands only heaven could send. Destiny help us on the road where the mountain meets the wind. Oh, the story of a humble flame, rising through the storm and rain. President Bokai, may the skies above Liberia stay bright. Thank you for Mama Liberia, thank you for restoring hope again. You turn the whisper to a nation's song. From the footsteps of the fields to the leader of the land, carrying the prayers of the people gently in your hand. Not a crown made of diamonds, just a heart that understands that the greatest kind of power is to serve where you stand. And we ride on the wings of tomorrow. No more shadows, no more sorrow. With gratitude we stand as one, under freedom's rising sun. President Bokai, may your light forever guide the way. Thank you for Mama Liberia, thank you for restoring hope again. Your story lives in every child who dreams. President Bokai, may your light forever guide the way. Thank you for Mama Liberia, thank you for restoring hope again. Your story lives in every child who dreams. If you'd like a short version, a chorus on, or a different style, just tell me.
My name is Mustafa Njai and the CEO of tHE Africa Global. My story begins not with a blueprint for skyscraper, but with the passion to shape wood and discipline to teach. I was born, educated, raised and trained in the Gambia. In 1975, fresh out of high school, I started by my working career as a woodwork teacher. It was a humble beginning, but it taught me that building something lasting requires precision, patience, and a purpose. 2 years later, I traded the classroom for the construction site. I began my construction career as an engineer's assistant with an international British firm called Balfour Beatty. That was my university. I walked through every trade from the ground up with two other international construction firms, learning the craft from the inside out. By 1990, armed with that global experience and a local vision, I founded my own company. For the next decade, we built for others. But in the year 2000, I took a leap of faith and became the pioneer of private housing development in the Gambia. We proved that home ownership was not just a dream for the few, but a possibility for the many. That belief in possibility drove us to expand. In 2012, we took our expertise to Nigeria, landing in Port Harcourt, River State. There we built the biggest housing estate in the entire South-South region of the country. That project was a testament to what happens when vision meets execution. But even with that success, I knew that housing was still out of reach for the vast majority of Africans. The gap between the need and the supply was growing. We were building houses, but we weren't yet building communities at the scale required to move the needle. So in 2021, I embarked on a new vision, not just to build houses, but to build the future of Africa. I set a goal that many considered impossible: to build 1 million affordable homes through the creation of entirely new cities. Today, tHE Africa Global is registered in 9 African countries. We are no longer a construction company, we are a movement for urban transformation. The first step in this journey was tHE, which started in 2021 in the Gambia. Sitting on 500 hectares of land, this new city is twice the size of our capital, Banjul. It is proof that we can build sustainable modern communities that honor our heritage while embracing the future. Our work soon caught the attention of leaders across the continent who share this urgency. In 2023, at the invitation of His Excellency President Dr. Julius Maada Bio of Sierra Leone, tHE Salon was born. On 500 hectares of land, we are developing 5,000 affordable homes, complete with essential amenities that turn a house into a home and a plot of land into a thriving community. Then in 2024, we returned to Nigeria at the invitation of the Executive Governor of River State, Sir Similaye Fubara, we signed a public-private partnership to develop 20,000 affordable homes. This project spans 1,000 hectares of land. It is a commitment to scale, showing that when the public and the private sector align, we can solve the housing deficit. Today, in the Gambia, Sierra Leone, and Nigeria, the cranes are in the air, the foundations are laid, and the families have already started moving in. We are building these cities in phases, not waiting for a ribbon cutting to hand over of the keys, but delivering homes to people now while we continue to grow the community around them. This brings us to today. Families can put down roots.
Yeah, na, 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 na. Yeah, na, 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 na. Oh. From the towns to the cities to the valleys, why? Liberia is rising for the people by our side. We've walked through the struggle, we've carried every load.
How y'all doing? I hope everybody is doing okay. Welcome to the podcast, guys. We are back again to talk country. On our list tonight, normally we should have gotten more videos, but because we had this pending conversation with JMB's son, we did not get enough video for the program tonight. But the few videos that we just hurried to be able to pull up, we will talk about it. And the most important one is from Lofa County, okay? The latest update on Lofa is up. I'm already uploading it also on my page right now, and we're going to be talking about it right here. Secondly, Samuel Jackson is out, okay, on bail, okay. So because the charges that were levied against him by the government and the Liberian National Police, those are biddable charges, okay. So his lawyers were able to bail him out today, and so those are basically the two things we were ready to talk about today, because we were not able to get the rest of the videos, because we already had a planned interview with JMB's son, and so we just wanted to be him today, and he just gave his experience. But unfortunately, JMB's son, I tried getting him to send him the link, but it's not going through. The phone is not ringing. I think it may be basic. Okay, share the podcast with other people, tag people, share it to people, send it to people, messengers, and as soon as they see it, they will click on the link. They will click on the link, and then they will come directly to the show and watch the show. Okay, so what is happening in Lofa? So a few weeks ago, Lofa, we all know that there are many port of entries in Lofa. So one of such areas that was occupied, apart from the Solumba area around the Foya area, another area that was occupied by the Guineans, well, Konadu in the Konagboni districts. Okay. But there are reports coming from there that it's unconfirmed, and what seemed to look like the Guineans have left the area because they had flags hoisted there, because they came inland, okay, at the Konadu port of entry there in Lofa, and they hoisted a flag. They were stationed there for weeks, okay, since the thing started. They hosted a flag also on the other side of the border, and they've got what we are getting from Voice of Lofa is that they've retreated and gone back. It seems like they have retreated and gone back. So we hope that is true, or that is real. The government haven't spoken about it yet. If it is real, maybe the government want to clear everything with the Guineans before they can come and make a public statement to the country, or the Guineans voluntarily may have left. So let me recognize, I've seen two persons who have commented. It's my brother Samuel, and the next person is Bernice Musa. How you doing, Bernice? I hope you're doing okay. Guys, let me see if this video have been if this video, okay, guys, just 1 minute. Let me put this video up. Let me pin it and share it very fast, because it's very important that people get the information. Okay, so I start from your 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So let's listen to the journalist there from Lofa County, okay, from Voice of Lofa. They have been reporting on that incident right there in Lofa. So there's a little bit of delay from them, but when they begin to speak, then I would just...
So a very pleasant, okay, good evening from wherever you are. This is Voice of Lofa. And of course, my name is Jeremiah Debo. We here in Lofa County, Wanyaman city specifically. Today is the... Let me get the date correct. Today is the 6th of April, 2026. And of course, we are opportunity to be here today to see exactly what are informations that are relative to our viewers, to our listeners, to our followers across Liberia. So today we here in Konadu. This is Konadu port of entry, and this entry, you be aware of some weeks or months ago, there have been information about Guineans being here, hosting the flight right here. But we got information today that the Guineans are no longer, their flight is no longer here. So we have come to fact check this, and this is the place where we are. What we see here currently, folks, is that we are not seeing Guineans right here. We are not seeing them here. Here's where they were first. Some weeks ago, they've been here. This particular place, you see, they've been here. Oh, okay, no problem. Okay, but we can be here, and you see exactly back there. When we go at the front, the network will not allow us, but we can be right here, and you see exactly. But the most talk about information is that we hear this evening, and we are not seeing Guineans right here. We are not seeing the soldiers that were assigned here with flag. This is back there. Those of you, let me just zoom the camera. You see, this is the flag pole they use right there. This pole, this reef was a pole they normally use, and they have left. This is the kitchen that they were using right here, and there you have the seat where they normally go and come. Others are saying that I don't know what. Please let me know the sound of the quality of the audio. If it is just good, somebody please comment good. Then we continue. Just tell me good. It is okay, so we can particular entry. But it is interesting to know exactly that today we've been able to reach here to show you that indeed we've been here and we have not seen the presence of the Guinean soldiers that have been stationed. I've been following the event. You've been seeing this particular location in photos, in videos, all across the place. But it's good that today we are here to show you this place that we are not seeing the Guinean soldier right here. The kitchen you see there is where they normally used to be. All right. So this, yes, it has to shake because somebody's telling me it's shaking because the network system here is kind of difficult. But let's just manage it. Yeah, let's just manage it, and the information. What really we want is the network. The information. So we see here we are not seeing the soldiers here. Few weeks ago, a month, we been here providing you updates about what happened right here. But this is the side of Liberia. This is the Liberian side of the border right here, where the Guinean crossed at the time and came and hosted the flag right here. And you see the pole there, the reef, the pole there where they had a flag, the Guinea flag. And now, honor there where they used to sit. I understand that there where they used to sleep right here, discussing issues about how they all can work together collectively in promoting the peace and stability of this region. Moving forward, since we left, we haven't made an attempt to come here, but it is just the information we got that the Guineans are not right here, so we have come to see exactly. But two different informations before reaching to this, and it is already let me see the time. It's already 3 minutes after 6. I don't know whether they have left. They were here the whole day, but they left. But we will come here tomorrow morning, at least by 10 o'clock, to know exactly whether they normally come and go or whatever. But that was the two information we got, that sometimes they come and go. They come and go, and others said since they want to provide this information to know exactly what we heard or what we saw on social media, if as to whether these informations are correct. Because this issue of the border, the information have been it is somewhat sensitive that many people would not like to really play around it, because whatever thing you say is going to go across the country and beyond. So we are grateful as well, despite the network being shaken, but it is good or so. It's about 7 minute walk from this particular area where we are currently to this cornerstone. So the network will not allow us to reach there, but we'll go there and see what are the cornerstone is there. Come back here, and when we get to Wanyaman, we'd like to know on this same platform. But it's all good. I don't know, many of you Liberians, what's your thought? What where do you see into this matter? What can you say about this? What So this is the place, and yes, Send Network is giving us a tough time, but indeed, there you see it. We will upload these photos on this platform this evening, and of course, we're going to do a video from here to the cornerstone and know exactly the status of the cornerstone and see exactly. Yes, tomorrow somebody is telling me, please go there tomorrow morning. Yes, I will do everything that I can do to be here tomorrow morning and know exactly whether they come here in the morning and go back in the evening. This is the evening, so we'll also try to come here in the morning and fact check as to whether they normally come here in the morning and spend the day and go back. But this is the place, and this is current look of the news. The Guineans cross, and they were having some settlement here for some time, but I don't know the reason behind this. They left already right here this evening. We're not seeing any of them right here. I don't know what's the situation. I don't know what the issue like, or what discussion, to what extent they have gone with it. Is it at the level of the government? From this end, there's a farm there that belongs to a Guinean, and right at the back there's a farm also belongs to a Liberian. So they normally tell us that we've been living together, we coexist. And I mean, sometimes we go in the other town and the other people come to our town. That's why. Is it like they have separated from that angle, or what? So we have to provide you all of those informations tonight, and we're hoping that tonight on the nighttime talk on Voice of Lofa Radio, we're going to host the Quadribono Commissioner Lucini. Let me just say, can it be an hour or two? Be back to Vonjama, and of course upload all of the events that we're going to gather here. So thank you. This is the situations right here. Guinean soldiers that were mounted here some weeks ago. We are not seeing them right here. They, I don't know for what reason. I don't know from where the negotiation came from. But there where they used to be, and they are no longer there. And this is a flagpole you see right there. The reef was a flagpole you see right there, and we don't see any flag there. And that was the seat, or that is the seat that the nobody used to sit, and we're not seeing anyone. Since I got here, this is almost about 15 minutes. I haven't seen any other person here. Tomorrow, we'll be here this evening. Tomorrow, yeah, we'll be here.
So, guys, that is it. There, that is why from the onset of this thing, people like the government have to force Guinea out of the country. If you do that, do you know how many lives we're going to lose? Although there will be casualty on both sides, but is Liberia ready for a warfare? The only thing we can do is to continue to channel peace and dialogue. And I'm sure the president, the foreign affairs minister, internal affairs minister, and other key stakeholders, and maybe some other personnel from within the sub-region and also within the AU, they are working on this in back channels. So we hope that this information can really be real, that tomorrow when these guys go back and check, the Guineans wouldn't be there. But one thing we should look at also is that if they went back and took along that flag, there's no need to take the flag when you're going back. You can only bring the flag down halfway, and you come out the next morning, you raise the flag, okay? But this time they took their flags along with them. We also get them from the reporters there that even the stuff that they sleep on, they took them along with them, okay? It didn't stay. So, I mean, it is a good news, because if Liberia actually wanted to have problem with Guinea, what the president would have done, like they go, if they leave from the place in the night, the Liberian government could reoccupy the area, okay? And there will be a huge level of skirmish between the both countries. But this president is working in a way that he wants to protect every Liberian life, and that's what we should be opting for. The opposition do not know how to manage this country. Everything they would have done was to put the life of other people's fathers, husbands, children in harm's way. Liberia does not have the military might. We might know how to fight based upon the experience from the civil crisis, but we do not have the weaponry. Even guys, if we had a weaponry, we can't just get up and fight. Okay? So the president is managing it, and we hope that the news that is filtering from Lofa there, with this guy check tomorrow, is going to be factual that these guys have actually left the Konadu port of entry. So Samuel Jackson is temporarily out. Okay, Samuel Jackson is temporarily out. And the thing is that he cannot travel from the country. I hope the government have taken seize of his passports through the court, okay, legally, that he should not leave the country. He was able to set, the court was able to set bail. I don't know the tune of the bill, but today his lawyers were able to pull him out. When he got out, this is what he had to say. Let's listen to Samuel Jackson and see what he had to say.
Whose body is still in a mortuary, and there are no plans for final rites for her. So I'm not.
Blue jeans.
Welcome to School TV. How are you, sir?
Well, I'm still down, because this is not about me getting freedom. This is about a young woman whose body is still in a mortuary, and there are no plans for final rites for her. So I'm not here to gloat about my freedom. I'm not here to basically express any outrage or anything of that nature. All I want to do is to be able to grieve my wife, and I want to give her a faithful send-off. Okay, everything else is secondary. Everything else is secondary. Okay, I'm not going to talk about what happened to me and what didn't happen to me, injustices and all of that. Because right now,
you think injustice is happening?
No, I'm saying injustice being done to my wife. The fact that this injustice presupposes that this woman came here for love to Liberia, and she met death at the hands of her husband. I mean, what can you say about that? So the woman that came for love and met this. So it is her. Okay, it is not about me. But all I want to do is basically express thanks and appreciation to my friends and my family, to my friends and my family all around the world. I want you to beat your chest. I want you to beat your chest, knowing very well that I did nothing. Okay, I participated in nothing, and this woman met her demise the way that God wanted her to meet her demise. We continue to support our love for this woman and the family, and if the Kumalo family is listening out there, wherever they are, we express our deepest condolences to you, and we hope and pray that we can expeditiously send this body back to South Africa as soon as possible.
Have you been in touch with the Kumalo family? What are they saying to you since they've been back? Are
you basically, he's talking about freedom. He got his freedom back. He hasn't gotten freedom back. Okay, Samuel Jackson just talked too much. He has not gotten any freedom back. I mean, that's law. That's the law. That's why it is. Once the crime that you are charged with is bailable, definitely the court will grant you a bail. Once you are able to settle that bill, qualified bill before the court. There is nothing the prosecution can do. The court will grant you your bail. So he's been granted a bail. It doesn't mean that he's not guilty of the crimes or the charges that were levied against him. But this is how the law works. Okay, it's how the law works. Nobody should say they blame the police. the thing here is that the police will not manufacture charges and put it against somebody. Then the police will be no different from the criminals that they are trying to put behind bars. So the police IG said, I mean, he was clear about it. When they got there, evidence has been tampered with, has been destroyed. The blood, everything has been wiped out, Almost everything has been wiped. So what if there was anything that was used on this woman, okay, everything was gone. So look, I think police investigation in Liberia is just another difficult thing. Okay, so that's how far the case with Samuel Jackson is. You know, he's out. Like I said, we did not prepare a lot of videos because we contacted JNB's son that we should bring him on the show tonight. But I don't know why it is. Maybe he's like really busy, so he couldn't make it to come on the show tonight. So let's look at this video, the last video before we go.
The hydro here. So what, folks, we are right over the Sano River hydro, bringing you live video, as you can see.
So what is happening is that the government of Liberia is building a hydro over the Sano River, okay? That will be able to, a mini hydro that will be able to supply Sano County, almost all of Sano County. So, but it's going to take like, I think 2 years. But I will bring that clip. I remember my big brother Simon Nangwe talking about this hydro when I was on the show the other day. That it would take them 2 years for them to complete the construction of this mini hydro for the people of Sano County. But there's a thing. What more can a government do? You have a government that is making every effort to make sure the country, one way or the other, can advance. Even if we advance by one step, any other person come, they will advance it another step. But we can't have a government that will come when you take one step, it take you 10 steps back. Then at the end of the day, when another government comes, they have to come back from that 10th step to where the other government left it before they took about 10 steps and begin to advance the country. So it's what George Weah and CDC did to the country.
So we are here to the production site. The safety is taking us through.
Hey, Siata, how you doing?
Here's the site. Man, I walk.
So basically, that's what is happening there in Sano County. Okay, this hydro is going to take 2 years to get completed. But in the meantime, while they are building the hydro, Samuel is also what they are doing in Lofa. I mean, in Sano, they are also building this mini solar farm that they will be using in the meantime to power Greenville and its surroundings. Okay, so Sam and I were on the show the other day, and he spoke about it. I think I have the video. Let me see if I can bring the video up so we can call it a day for today, because how you call it, we couldn't get more video to bring on the show today because we had JNB's son in the menu, but he did not come. I'm coming. I want to try to get it so I can cue it in right now. So JNB's son didn't come. Maybe it was due to his busy schedule, but he should have been on the show by 7 o'clock today, but we wasted time.
Okay,
so what is happening there is that because the mini hydro will take the 2 years to get constructed. So what they are doing now is that they are building this solar farm and a generator and a battery storage that will be able to supply Greenville and its surroundings for now until the hydro can be completed. Okay. I'm not ready my Zigo tonight. I'm not too active tonight because
listen, so they got a whole school you're training there.
What you see is a quiet revolution.
I like it.
At different levels, no noise. So that is part of the EU support to us. It's a whole 42 million euros, right, that we are intervening in Grand Bassa, we are intervening in Greenville, and we are intervening in Barclayville. I'm excited about Greenville, not because this is where I have my heritage.
I'll call you right after the show.
What?
We won't be here long tonight.
It is the transformation that is set to happen. The last time these people ever saw great power or anything close to great power was when Ellen Johnson celebrated July 26th. And probably this was in her early first term. AEC took some diesel generators there, like we had before the war, the Aero Country capital. And when they left, that was it. So there are kids born that have not seen street lights.
Imagine.
There are kids born that have not really seen any functioning light as it is, except this small thing where they to do.
Yeah.
Needless to talk about sleep under an incandescent light bulb. So they might be 10 years old, they might be 12 years old, they might be 50 years old, but just imagine it. This is 2026. So our strategy for Greenville, and basically this is about just the aim is to make sure that we can use electricity to spur economic activities in those areas. That is the aim. So the project has an acronym called Lighting Up Southeast, because these are, again, part of the underserved areas, that we have, regardless of the very big potential that they have in terms of GDP contribution. So what you saw there is, I always joke and say, people can say dry door sweet, but what it will be eaten before the door gets dry?
Good question.
So the major source of power for Greenville will come from a 2 megawatt mini hydro power plant that we are constructing on the Sino River. Okay. Well, it's like constructing a mini hydro dam would take about a year or two. So we thought we could do something meanwhile while we are waiting. So that's the dry dog that I'm talking about.
Correct.
So what will we be eating while that dog gets dry?
So the nibbling on our own for now.
Yes. So we are doing a mini solar grid. Then we deploy a battery energy storage system. Then we are deploying a diesel generator.
Wow.
So that would be the main source of power, initial source of powering of Greenville. So on that project, we are actually working with tHE students. And there are two layers. So the first group are actual engineers that are coming from Tottenham University, that are coming from either Grand Bassa University College, Grand Bassa University, or just within the sub-region. And the idea there is that so we can have available skills, because those assets now will be owned by us on behalf of the people, or managed by us on behalf of the people assigned, for example. That 42 million euro was agreed when they were in charge.
So what you're going to hear him saying right now is one of the failures of George Weah and the CDC. What you see happening in LOFA, okay, in terms of the 10 million United States dollars solar farm projects that is presently being constructed in LOFA County, and this one that is also being under construction, let's say the southeast area coming to Grand Bassa County, those were funds that the EU had for Liberia under George Weah's administration. The project in LOFA, according to him, that project was completed dead. The EU already had $10 million. George Weah's government only had to put the project there, gave the people the assurance, show some level of credibility, the people are going to release the money. There is the extent to which the international community did not respect George Weah's administration, and they did not credit George Weah's administration. They did not trust George Weah's administration. The 42 million for the Southeast also under George Weah's administration. These people, they are not stupid. It is a taxpayers' money. It is our taxpayers' money from here. So they look at George Weah. They say, no, we cannot give this guy a 42 million. We can't give him another 10 million for LOFA. So when this government took over, they have to negotiate. That's how these funds were released. You're talking about over 60 million euro is what the rural renewable energy is using to electrify LOFA and to electrify the Southeast. Let's listen to my big brother Samuel.
Imagine.
It was agreed when they were in charge. But you know that European people money. That went dash it down just like that.
Yeah.
So when they start going central bank, start taking people money like this and doing this and that one, people held tight to their purse. I broke ground along with the legislative caucuses of Grand Bassa, Taino, and Grand Cru in Buchanan. And this is in May of 2024. That's when we picked this thing up. But this project probably have been around maybe from 2020. And so is the LOFA one. In fact, that one was dead. DEAD. We have to go to Jesus Christ to kind of resurrect that project to lift up where it is. Because if people don't trust you and they don't see credibility in, not just in terms of how you manage your cash, but in terms of having the right skills and competencies. When they come to sit with you and you all have discussion, they may hear not clear with you, you will feel back to where it's coming from.
Guys, just 1 minute. So guys, that was JMB's son. Okay, he couldn't make it. He's been basic. You know, the person that had a visitor today. Mustafa Ndai. Is in the country. He just shared my post. Okay, he just shared my post. Let me see if I can Let me see if I can share it. No, it's okay. But you see here, Mustafa, he's the one there. He just shared my post. This guy has over 700,000 persons following him. It's big for this when this kind of a person here share your post. I mean, I'm just 100. About maybe tomorrow morning I'll be looking at 145,000 followers. Okay, so it's a very big thing to see a big hand. Okay, in the media also sharing my post. Okay, so guys, I just spoke with JMB Son and I told him we will postpone it for maybe over the weekend that is coming, because tomorrow I don't think it is possible. Then we will bring JMB Son. We'll have a very good conversation here. Thanks for joining the podcast. My voice is a little bit weak tonight because you see I'm taking in some inhaler to clear my nostril and everything. So just wanted to bring you that news. It's big. It's big. It is yet unconfirmed. Okay, it is yet unconfirmed, but we hope that actually the Guineans have left from the Konadu port of entry there in Kwadubani district. Okay, it was one of the contentious area. They occupied that area. They were there. But journalists from Voice of Lofa are reporting this evening that they heard report that the Guinean soldiers were leaving from there and taking a flag along with them to Guinea. It's possible they were going to come back tomorrow, but it's not something that they have done. This is the very first time they've done it, that they won't sleep at that port of entry, and they brought a flag down and crossed over the border and went back to Guinea. We hope they left and they went to stay. And we understand it from what the reporter said, that there's also the international negotiation from the presidency and the foreign affairs, and then at the local and tribal level from the people on that side of the borders also, they are talking to one another and they say they want peace. Because the fact here is that these are families. Okay? These are families. And so opposition crying, war, 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 war. You take some of them now, you give gun to them. They will not even reach the bunker and you will see them running by. Okay? So we hope that it is real, that they left and they're gone across the borders and our people there can have peace. And if they have actually gone, we hope in the soonest and possible time that the Solumba area SIM can be done at the Solumba port of entry for the people there to also have great relief and be able to begin commercial activities between the two countries. Because presently, as it is, as per my information, the border along the Solumba area was closed. Okay, if there are trade going on, it's just one or two minor trades going on there, at least to have some like commercial activities for the local economy there to keep afloat. So we hope if these guys are already gone from the Kunadu point of entry, the Guinean president can do same at the Solumba port of entry. My voice is not good tonight. JMB Son didn't come on. I hope my voice can be a little bit, my nose can clear a little bit tomorrow, so we can be more forceful in talking, because it's the only way we can keep you on the platform. When we are forceful in talking, we bring you on the platform, you enjoy the show. However it is, we'll try to be back here tomorrow. You heard it there from Samuel Nangbe. Over 60 million. The EU refused to give the George Weah's government because of that reckless behavior. Okay, so under Joseph Yuma Boaka, they were able to release those money for the 2 million and 10 million for Lofa in order to construct to construct a solar farm in Lofa and to be able to supply parts of the southeast and Buchanan of Grand Bassa County. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Thanks for being there. Share the podcast. And I'll see you tomorrow. Bye-bye from my end. I'm not feeling too well, guys.
Together we free. This is our homecoming, the dawn of a new day. Hope in our voices, strength in what we say. Together we rise, together we belong. Up and Bokai, forever strong. Homecoming to freedom, the journey is long, but Liberia is ready. Together we long. Hold it,